Welcome students in my channel Mathematics Adda. Students, today here I am with first lecture of chapter 2 polynomials of class 10th standard CBSE board students. Students, today I am going to tell you about the topic relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Especially here I am going to discuss about quadratic polynomial. Inside we will write it QP. Students, try to understand easily. I am going to give you the complete derivation and then after some examples to understand the topic. See it. Let us consider a quadratic polynomial, say Px, which is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c belong to the field of real numbers. Well students, now see here, this is the standard form of a quadratic polynomial where coefficient of x square is a, coefficient of x is b and constant term is c. Sometime to the constant term, students, we are saying the term independent from the variable. See, this is the polynomial defined over x. Here the constant term c, it is independent from x. So either you say constant terms or you say term independent from the variables. Well students, here one point came, this why a is not equal to 0. Suppose if a will be 0, then this term will get 0. As 0 into something, it is 0. So what you will get? That degree 2 will get disappeared, and being quadratic polynomial, there must be degree 2. Okay students, so keeping all these things in the mind, we are going to proceed further. Now see, the degree of quadratic polynomial is 2, so it must have at most 2 zeros. Now, so let alpha and beta are the zeros of Px, which is a quadratic polynomial. So x minus alpha and x minus beta will be the factor of Px. Okay, so students, what we can note down here? So we can note down Px as k times x minus alpha into x minus beta, where k is a non-zero real number. Why we can write down, students? See, since x minus alpha and x minus beta will be the factor of Px, so if we multiply this factor by another factor, we will get a quadratic polynomial. And since these alpha and beta are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial, so obviously whatever the polynomial will come, that will be this quadratic polynomial. Okay, so students, now if you look to this expression and this expression, left side of both the expression are equal, therefore right hand side must be equal. So we are indicating it as equation number 1 and it as equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, now from equation 1 and 2, we have, what do we have students here? We have ax square plus bx plus c equal to k times x minus alpha into x minus beta. Well students, now we are going to multiply this factor by another factor. So what we will get here, x into x, it will be x square, x into beta, it will be minus beta x, and minus alpha into x, it will be minus alpha x, minus minus plus, it will be alpha beta. Now we are going to multiply this complete expression by this non-zero real number. What we will get here? K times x square minus, see here we can take out the x as a common with minus sign. So what we can get here? Minus k of alpha plus beta of x plus k times alpha beta. Students, you are understanding it how we can write in this way? Well, so here you are looking students that this is a quadratic polynomial and this is also a quadratic polynomial. Both are equal. When both can be equal, it is only then possible when their corresponding coefficients will be same. So now on comparing, we get what we get students here. In place of x square, here it is x square. So in place of k, what is here? A. So we can write here a equal to k. In place of x, it is x here. So in place of b, what is here? This. So here b equal to minus k times alpha plus beta, and in place of c, it is here k times alpha beta. Well students, now from here we can find out alpha plus beta and alpha beta in terms of a, b and c. So look it here. From here we can get alpha plus beta equal to b upon minus k. But we know that k is what? It is a from here. So we can get this is minus b upon a, since k equal to a. So what we have here? Alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a. See here, b it is the coefficient of x, a coefficient of x square, and alpha beta are the zeros. Okay, next here alpha beta equal to c upon k, but we know that k equal to a. So what we can note down? C upon a. In this way, what we have? Alpha beta equal to C upon a. Students, here all of you are looking that these are the relation between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial, which is quadratic over here. Here a coefficient of x square, b coefficient of x, c constant term that is independent from the variable, and alpha beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. In this way, students, we have two important result, that sum of the zeros is what? It is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and product of the zeros, it is constant term upon coefficient of x square. With the help of derivation, I hope all of you are perfectly satisfied that from where you are getting sum of the zeros and product of the zeros and their formulas. Okay students, now just after it you try to understand. See here, so in general what we can note down students, we can note down here, since we have now alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a, and alpha beta equal to c upon a. We can note down to these result as alpha and beta are the zeros, so we can note down sum of the zeros is what? Minus b coefficients of x. Inside to the coefficient we will write coef dot. Coefficient of x, a, it is what? Coefficient of x square. So we can also understand this formula in this way. It is in symbolical form and it is in wording. Okay, now alpha beta, to this we can say that this is product of the zeros. What it could be? It could be this c constant term, insert const upon coefficient of x square. So we can also learn the formula like this way and this way also. Okay, so I hope it is clear to my all student that what is the formula to find out the sum and product of the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Remember always, sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta, is what? Minus b upon a. Alpha beta, it is c upon a. If someone asks to you that let alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, then what will be alpha plus beta and what will be alpha beta? What you will tell? Sir, alpha plus beta, it will be minus b upon a, and alpha beta, it will be c upon a. What is alpha plus beta? It is sum of the zeros. What is alpha beta? It is product of the zeros. What are the meaning of a, b and c? A, it is the coefficient of x square. B, what is this? It is the coefficient of x. C, what is it? It is constant term, independent from the variable. I hope all of you are perfectly satisfied. Now, all of you try to observe that which type of the question will come in your exam and how to do them. You try to understand. I am going to explain. Well, students, suppose this simple question comes, students. Given a quadratic polynomial px equal to 3x square minus 2x minus 1, find its sum and product of the zeros. How you can proceed? See, here no symbols are present, so you will proceed in this way. Solution. Try to understand. We have to find out sum and product of the zeros. So, since we know that it is 1 marks question, student, so easily you have to write, since we know that sum of the zeros, it is what? Minus coefficients of x upon coefficient of x square. Now, in the given question, what is coefficient of x? It is minus 2. This is coefficient of x. What is coefficient of x square? This is plus 3. And what is the constant term? This is minus 1. Well, so students, now put the respective values. This is minus from formula, and coefficient of x, it is what? Minus 2. Put it into bracket. Whenever you have a negative number, always put it into bracket. Coefficient of x square, what is it here? It is 3. Now, you simplify, what you will get? Minus minus plus, it will be 2 by 3. It will be 2 by 3. Is it clear? Okay. Next, product of the zeros. What it will be? We know the formula. Constant term upon coefficient of x square. What is constant term, student? It is minus 1, and coefficient of x square, it is 3. So, sum of the zeros, it is 2 by 3, and product of the zeros it is minus 1 by 3. I hope it is clear to you. Now one more question I am giving you. See how to do. One more question, all of you see it. Try to understand. This is another question. Let alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial minus x square minus x plus 1. Find alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Hence, find 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta plus alpha beta. This is the question in front of you. See how to do. Telling solution. See here the symbols are given. So, since alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial, this. So, right here given quadratic polynomial minus x square minus x plus 1. If you will write in standard form, it can be written as minus 1 times x square plus inside the bracket minus 1 into x plus 1. And comparing from standard form, we get coefficient of x square. A it is minus 1, B it is minus 1 and C it is 1. So now, since we know that alpha plus beta, what is it? Minus b upon a, and alpha beta it is c upon a. Put the respective value. Minus b is here minus 1, a it is minus 1. So minus minus plus, plus minus minus, you will get it minus 1, and alpha beta it is c upon a, c it is 1 and a it is minus 1. Finally what you will get? Minus 1. Here you are looking both the value alpha plus beta and alpha beta are same. So in this way we have got this and this. Now we have to find out this. Now 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta plus alpha beta. No doubt students, this is known to us now, but still this is unknown. How we will proceed? We have to proceed with the help of simplification. So by taking LCM we will solve it. So what is LCM here? Alpha beta. Now if we divide alpha beta by alpha, we will get beta, and by this beta we will multiply here. We will get beta and here alpha plus alpha beta. Now students, beta plus alpha can be treated as alpha plus beta. Remember, alpha plus beta is same as beta plus alpha. Beta alpha is same as alpha beta because addition and multiplication follow the commutative property. So beta plus alpha, it is how much here? It is minus 1. So putting the values, this is minus 1. Alpha beta, it is also minus 1. Plus alpha beta, it is minus 1. So now what you will get here? This has been cancelled. This is plus 1 minus 1 are together. What you will get here? 0. So the value of the expression 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta plus alpha beta, it is 0. I hope all of you are satisfied. Well students, now see some more examples for the longer time. Suppose student, this question come in your exam. Try to understand. This is the question here. Find the zeros of the polynomial. It is here m square plus 4 under root 3m minus 15. Hence, verify the relation between its zeros and coefficients. Try to understand students. Very simple question for 3 marks. See how to do. I am telling you students here. easily. If you look this given quadratic polynomial, it is the polynomial defined over m, that is Pm in place of Px. What is it here? M square plus 4 under root 3m minus 15. See, here firstly we have to factorize. How to factorize? This is the main question. Try to understand here, students. What is here? It is 15. We have to find out two such factor of 15 on subtracting them. This sign tells us, the sign of last term tells us on subtracting. Find two such factor of 15 on subtracting them, get the number of middle term. What is it here? 4 under root 3, which is an irrational number. When student, there is the existence of an irrational number, try to find out the irrational factor. I am telling you the way. See how you can get under root 3. Under root 3 is a factor of 3. So with the help of 3 you can get under root 3. And from here it is possible, because 15 can be treated as 5 into 3. And to this 3 we can note down twice, under root 3 into under root 3. Okay, well, now keep it reserved, keep fixed. Now do your main focus in number 5. Find two such factor of 5 on subtracting them. What to get now? 4. So what it could be? 5 and 1 easily. 5 into 1 5, and 5 minus 1 it is 4. Well, now students, give under root 3 to 5 as well as to 1. What you will get here? 5 under root 3 minus under root 3. See, as you will subtract, what you are getting? 4 under root 3. As you are multiplying, what you are getting? You are getting 15 here. This is the process to solve such type of the problem when there is the existence of irrational number. So now see the factorization over here, students. So let Pm, it is m square plus 4 under root 3 m minus 15. Now you can write m square plus 4 under root 3 m can be treated as now 5 under root 3 minus under root 3 m minus 15. Open the bracket. M square plus 5 under root 3 m minus under root 3 m minus 15. Take out the common. What is common here, students? M is common. What you will get? M plus 5 under root 3. Here under root 3 with minus sign is common. So as you will take minus under root 3 as a common, you will get here m, and this become plus sign, and you will get remaining one 5 under root 3. How? You can understand here. 15 can be written as 5 under root 3 into under root 3. As you will take under root 3 outside, what will remain? 5 under root 3. Now again take out the common. This is m plus 5 under root 3, and here m minus under root 3. So these are two factors of this quadratic polynomial defined over m. Now zeros of Pm are minus 5 root 3 and root 3 as m plus 5 under root 3 equal to 0 gives you m equal to minus 5 under root 3, and m minus under root 3 equal to 0 gives you m equal to under root 3. In this way, we have two zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Now students, we are interested to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficient. You try to understand easily. I am going to explain. Now see it. Now verification. First, sum of the zeros. It is what? Minus coefficient of x. Here it is defined over m, so we will write coefficient of m upon coefficient of m square. So sum of the zeros. What are the zeros, students? Here this is minus 5 root 3 and under root 3. So sum of the zeros, minus 5 under root 3 plus under root 3. This is the sum, minus coefficient of m. What is coefficient of m here? This is 4 under root 3 upon coefficient of m square, it is 1 here. Now, as you will simplify here, minus 5 root 3 plus root 3, both are like terms. So here under root 3 is minus 5 times, here 1 time, minus 5 plus 1, how much you will get? Minus 4 root 3, and this is minus 4 root 3, hence verify. Next, product of the zeros. Product of the zeros equal to constant term upon coefficient of m square. Product of the zeros, see, these are the zeros, we have to find out the product. Constant term, which is here minus 15 and coefficient of m square, it is 1. This is under root 3 into under root 3, it is 3, 5 3s are 15, it is minus 15 equal to minus 15, hence verified. In this way, students, you have seen the zeros of the given polynomial and verification between its zeros and coefficient in details, and also I have described how to factorize such type of the polynomial where there is the existence of the irrational numbers, but no doubt all numbers are real. In this way, students, you have seen how to find out the zeros and how to establish the relationship between zeros and coefficients. And along with the derivations, I have described many more things, and students, to get more information, more knowledge related to this topic, you have to wait for the next lecture. Sooner I will give my next lecture on this topic so that you can get many more questions there at. Now, this is sufficient for these lectures. To get more notification, students, please like, subscribe and share my videos. Thank you.